Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into r/entitled parents. I have a few stories here with the Christmas story sprinkled in as it's just after the holidays. The first story is pretty sad. We're living in tough times and by no means that is an excuse to take anyone's money, not even if it's a parent. So let's get into it. I have a suspicion my mom is taking money from me. Hi, almost 17 and I've been working for just over a year now at my local gelati store in my hometown. When I first started working, I didn't have my own bank account that I can only access, so I used my savings account when I signed up. Every time I got paid, my mom would put half my earned money for the fortnight into my spending account and keep the other half into my savings. After about a month of working, I had saved up around 3K-ish, and that was at the end of the financial year. But about 4 or 5 months after that, I asked to see how much money was in it, and it was still around 3K. My mom has asked for money before and paid me back the next week, but I feel she's just taking it without asking or without me knowing, as I do not have access to that savings account yet. So the only way I could see it is with my mom. My dad has suggested that I switch my account over to my savings account, or he will just start up a new bank account for me with a new bank, but I don't know what to do. This simply could be a complete misunderstanding, and of course it could also be a bank issue as well. So I hope that something's not as serious as parents stealing money from a child. We'll just never know in this case, but I like to give the benefit of the doubt. My dad tried to ruin Christmas. I've posted about my dad many times and how he refused to be a father to me and my younger siblings, even going as far as to spend the day with his favorites, my little brother, after he comes back from 2 to 4 months being away. He's a truck driver. Now I, trans male 16, don't like Christmas nor am I religious, but my little siblings and god siblings love it, so I don't complain about the day. I have my own part-time job, so I can pay for my own phone bills, among other things my dad doesn't pay for me anymore. For Christmas, I saved $500 just to spend on the little kids. I know it's not as much as I wanted, but in my opinion, for 16, I did a pretty good job. I got everyone but my dad and his stepkids a gift, even my mother and her girlfriend and even my godmom. But my dad, on the other hand, got no one but my little brother a gift. I knew he wouldn't get me anything since he's mad that I have my own phone and phone bill he can't control and hold over me anymore. My little sister, on the other hand, was hoping that he would at least take her to his side of the family for Christmas. She missed seeing them and him. He didn't though. He didn't even buy her a small cheap gift. Instead, when she said hi, he flipped her off. She was crying the entire day because of it, while my brother spent half the day and Christmas Eve with him. He said it was just a joke, but who flips off their kid who just wanted to say hi? I feel like he's trying to ruin Christmas due to me. With my steady income and the ability to take care of myself and spoil my siblings, I think he feels that I'm no longer under his control and trying to take his position as father. I wouldn't have to though if he actually acted like one, and to call my siblings 3 times a week. He spends all his time and money on his new family, but expects us to stand and wait for him to play family man with us. I'm obviously not going to do that, and if he wants to keep 2/3 of his kids loving him, I'd suggest he try to do something. I don't know, is it an actual issue or is it an axe to grind? I just don't know. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. My entitled mother threw a fit over her gift she picked herself. Originally, she wanted this designer bag in a bucket bag style. It sold out, so I picked a bag similar to it, in the same color, different style. Weeks later, she sees another purse that she likes and asks if she can return the other one and get this one instead. Before purchasing it, I told her several times that I didn't like it or the material the purse was made of. I had mentioned that the leather was too soft because there was already scratches on it, and she insisted I get it. So I did. Christmas morning came and I asked her if she wanted to open her gift. She says no. Later, after dinner, when everyone was opening her gift, she pushes it off again. She finally opens it and starts complaining. She complains about how it was all messed up and how she wanted to return it. I told her I couldn't because it was discounted and sold as is. She responded that she was still going to return it. I reminded her again how I told her I don't think she could get it, and of course her response was, I don't remember that. I'm fed up and now heartbroken because no matter what I do, it seems to be never enough. I asked her, how was it possible that she found fault and disliked something that she picked out herself? Another thing that makes this whole situation worse is that she didn't get anyone anything for Christmas, not even my little sister whose birthday was on Christmas. Update, my mom told my brother that she no longer wanted the purse because it wasn't what to expected, even though she saw it in person and picked it out for herself. Not only only that, I asked if I can talk to her so I can express how she made me feel, and she told me that she didn't want to talk to me because I was rude to her. That last one really showed that the world seemed to revolve around the mom. It seems that the parent was so focused inward she had no idea how she was making other people feel around her, and her own thoughts and actions were affecting other people. She is so self-involved, it's really a sad situation. Should I kick her out? I, 27 female, and my husband, 29 male, live in the same building as my mother-in-law, 55 female. The owner of the building accepted selling it to me, and I'm paying like a monthly rent until I pay it all off. Mother-in-law has no idea that I own it, and she gives me rent money every month. I have 2 female Labradors, and the mother-in-law has 1 male Labrador and 1 mixed breed. So when my dog was in the front yard, I used to feed all of them out of my money, and she would only clean if ever she is passing by and she sees some poop. Overall, it's either me or my hubby who cleans. Yesterday, I completed a kennel made out of concrete and all the heating and cooling things, so the dogs have their own little house. And as they're both pretty trained, we even put like a sand corner for them. I gave mother-in-law the previous house for her dogs, which is in perfect condition, and we also reminded her that from now on she needs to step up and take care of her own dogs, as we are expecting a baby and will use the extra money towards the baby instead of her own dogs. She got so mad that she started berating me and telling me that her son would never do that to a widow, etc. I cut her off and told her that my dogs are now in the backyard and the left corner of the yard is hers, as long as she maintains it well and keeps the dogs in control. Last week, the postman accidentally gave my bills to my mother-in-law, and when she opened it, she saw that I had insurance covers on my dogs ever since I bought them. In my country, you buy dogs and they usually stay outside. She is now angry at me and my hubby for not getting insurance to cover her dogs. I have now been getting phone calls from everyone in the family telling me that I'm an awful person. I've been thinking of telling her that I am the owner of the building, as this is the last month of payment I need to make, and tell her to pack her bags and find somewhere else to live. I don't know, given the title and the theme of this video, this last one really flipped the script. I don't think we're talking about an entitled parent here, but rather an entitled daughter-in-law. Yeah, I get it, she has a baby on the way, and that is something of a concern, but the way she's handling this, she has some blame too. And it is kind of sus that she's the owner of the building, and for retaliation, she just wants to kick the mother-in-law out. That's just, I don't know. It gives the mother-in-law validity with her sussiness. But you tell me, drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Until then, stay toasty!